and talking about the government intervention through the price control system using the maximum price and the minimum price, which we all know. I would like us to take this data response question. This is a typical GCE question in paper 3, economics advanced level, paper 3, typical GCE question. Now, I will like us to answer the question as follows, because this question is a little bit technical since it has to do with some level of figures. It is quite different from ordinary levels. Look carefully, please. Let's start with the question. The question says, the number of people in Buea who buy Gary every week is 2,000 francs. 2,000. There are 2,000 people who consume Gary every week in Buea. Now, the demand function for an individual buyer is QD is equals to 12 minus P. At the same time, every week, there are 200 sellers. Then we have 200 people sell Gary, and the supply function for an individual seller is like that. The equation A now says, find the market demand and supply schedule function for Gary in Buea. Find the market demand supply schedule function for Gary in Buea. We all know that there's a difference between an individual demand and the word a market demand. An individual demand is what an individual consumer can buy in the market for that day, while a market demand is what all the individual consumers have demanded for that day. And remember, initially I said something that in economics we are focused with what we call the market demand, or we call market supply. Now, based on that question, A says we should look over the market demand schedule. Market demand schedule. Now, how many, look, please follow me carefully. How many consumers of Gary are in Buea? 2,000 of them. 2,000 people buy Gary, and each buyer buys how many cups of Gary? Buys 12 minus P cups of Gary. So to get the market demand schedule, we now, or the market demand function rather, we now, please permit me, is supposed to be the market demand function. The market demand function. So we now multiply 2,000 by 12, multiply everything by what is in the bracket. The first is I'll multiply 2,000, we multiply 2,000 by 12, and then second we'll multiply 2,000 by P. The first 2,000 by 12, 2,000 times 12 is equals to 24,000. Okay, so the right answer here now is 24,000 minus what? 2,000 P. So that is a market demand function. Now let's go to the market supply function. Market supply function. Market supply function. Now the question says there are 200 sellers of Gary. 200 sellers of Gary, and each individual seller supplies 20 P cups. So multiply 20 by 200, 20 times 200 is equals to, we have 4,000 P. So this is a market demand function, and this is a market supply function. So we have answered question A. We have answered question A. Question B now says, please follow me carefully. Question B says, construct the market demand and supply schedule for Gary for a price range of what? 1 to 5 francs per cup. We have to construct a demand and supply schedule, price range of 1 to 5 francs per cup. Please follow me carefully. The first thing here, I'll be taking the table, coming down. We have to construct what? Price. We have to construct what? Demand for Gary. The demand for Gary. And what? The supply for Gary. Why? Because we construct a demand and supply schedule. I know a demand and supply schedule is a table which represent what price and quantity demanded and supply. You say the price ranges from what? From 1 to 5 francs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 francs. That's the price range. Okay. So we now establish our market demand and supply schedule. Please follow me carefully. This one requires a smaller arithmetic, and many of you students, when you see figures like that, you're already confused. But one funny thing is that if it is liquid cash, they cannot cheat you when it comes to calculation. Follow me carefully. Okay, now let's go back to our what's the market demand? The market demand function is 24,000 minus 2,000 P. Let's work with the demand. 24,000 minus 2,000 P. Look up, please. Please follow me carefully. Follow me carefully. The P here stands for what? Price. The P here stands for price. Now let us construct the demand schedule. The first is at the price of 1 francs per cup. How many cups were demanded? 1 franc per cup. You now have 24,000 minus 2,000. P is 1 at this point. We're dealing now with this price of 1. 1 at this point, which is equal to 24,000 minus what? 2,000 times 1 is 2,000. We now subtract 24,000 minus 2,000. 24,000 minus 2,000. We now have 22,000. So at price 1, 22,000 cups are being demanded. Now at price 2, 24,000 will follow the same function. This function, 24,000 minus 2,000. P now is what? 2. This P now becomes 2 at price 2 francs per cup. What do we have? 24,000 minus this it will be 4,000. When you do the subtraction, 24,000 minus 4,000 is equals to what? 20,000. So here we now have 20,000. At price 3 now, at this price 3, the same demand function, 24,000 minus 2,000. The P now here becomes 3, which is equal to 24,000 minus 6,000. 24,000 minus 6,000. What's 24,000 minus 24,000 minus 6,000? It is equals to what? 18,000. So here we now have 18,000. Next, when the price is 4 francs, 24,000 minus 2,000, 4 francs, which is equals to 24,000 minus what? 8,000. Multiply that with 8,000. Calculator. 24,000 minus 8,000, which is equals to 16,000. So here we have 16,000. Now, when the price is 5 francs per cup, 5 francs per cup, we do the same 24,000 minus 2,000. P now becomes 5, which is equal to 24,000 minus 2,000. It will be 10,000. If you point your calculator with 10,000, we now subtract 24,000 minus 10,000, which is equal to 14,000. So here we now have 14,000. So we have constructed demand function or a demand schedule based on the function. We have constructed a demand schedule based on the function. Now let us construct the supply schedule now based on the supply function. What is the supply function? 4,000 P. Okay, now at price 1 franc, because remember I said P here stands for what? Price. At price 1 francs, 4,000 times 1. What's 4,000 times 1? Is what? 4,000. At price 2, 4,000 times 2. You punch your calculator, it what? 8,000. At price 3, 4,000. Please, I hope you are following me carefully. Times 3. Or you say 4,000 times 3. 4,000 times 3 is equals to what? 12,000. So here we have 12,000. Now at price 4, 4,000 times 4. 4,000 times 4. 4,000 times 4, which is equals to 16,000. 16,000. Now at price 5, 4,000 times 5, punch our 5, which is equals to 20,000. 20,000. So that is the demand and supply schedule. Let's go back to the question.